When you're falling, I'll be there above all.
Okay, so do we all remember where we were last week?
We had all gone to Mega City 1 under the guise of bringing the Black Hand back for a hostage negotiation for Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Then we attempted to track Arsenal down.
We have a pretty good idea of where, but I think we don't want to necessarily head in without the assistance of the task in Mega City 1. Hence why we have gone on their mission to get their stuff.
No, wait. No, don't we only have access to like the archives, which would tell us where he might be?
Well, I think the archives, my assumption has been it would be safer to know more about where we're rushing into. And they haven't contacted us yet anyway for an exchange. So we're either A, waiting for them to contact us and give us instructions they want us to follow, or B, getting more information to form up our own precise plan to deal with them. That's how I've interpreted that. Is that about spot on for what our motivation should be, if we?
Well, you don't know the precise location of where the Mordhau base is. All you know that it's in part of the Grey City, which is quite a large area. But
Right, but we had our underground link to it and our assumption that it would be underneath at least a specific area, but I'm guessing that is a wider underground area we'd have to search.
yeah, you have to be poking around quite a bit.
But at least it helps narrow down our future search.
It does.
But in the meanwhile, our new friend Zoo called us all Americans despite being Europeans. And then the rich European decided to buy his way into information.
In Zoo's defense, he said that after the one with the American accent said something, so...
What?
I don't remember
I
what
guess
it
that's just the
exactly
wizard,
said.
yeah.
Okay. So, shall we begin?
Mm-hmm.
Or is Hurricane Hugo, like, arriving?
I'm here. Someone might have to roll with me depending on how long this thing I'm doing, but I should be done in like 5-10 minutes. So
Cool.
Someone might have to roll for me. Maybe Fui, you can roll.
That's fine. You're here listening at least. That's all that matters.
Yeah. That's...
Look at this detailed battle map. We have to make specific plans based off of things we can see here.
Oh, wow,
Axiom,
guys!
we need your magical expertise.
And my 11 o'clock.
Ah, man. Okay. So, you guys, I believe, at this point, you're actually going towards the archive. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yep, we got the password handily recorded for us in audio so that I don't have to remember it, and everything's good. I think Zoo was leading us that way.
Yes. So, as you guys are kind of flying over in that direction, which of you have like transponders or communicators?
I do for sure.
I do.
I do
I
too.
think someone gave me one that just receives.
I think I gave you one quote as extra just to... No, I gave you mine when I wasn't using mine for a while.
That was it. So, no, I don't.
I should put in more points into equipment and just permanently give everyone some.
All right. So all of you who have a communicator or transponder, whatever you have, you start to get a ping coming from another Mega City 4 transponder. Someone's trying to hail you guys.
Okay, I could go ahead and answer that call.
All right. So over the other side, you hear, "Hello, is this Mega City 4 task? I wasn't expecting anyone down here."
Well, you made the call to the right collect call numbers, so who's this?
Oh, this is Vodan. I've been down in Shanghai, but I'm recently gone on leave. What are you doing down here?
Well, we're on a bit of a rescue operation at the moment.
Rescue operation? Well, sounds quite interesting. Who, pray tell, are you rescuing? I'm a bit out of the loop, I'm afraid.
Quick question to GM: Is this a person that I recognize?
You would have known that Vodern is often loaned out to a lot of the little, well, not really so much the mega cities, more the satellite cities that can't really protect themselves against the things that come from the sea. But you don't know exactly what she does.
All right. So, but are they associated with task here, or like a mercenary, or what?
Yeah, it's loaning task to task. It's
it's loaning task to task. So it's a different type of task, but she's task as well.
Okay. So I'll let them continue to have the conversation. I don't interrupt.
okay. So I'll explain to Vodern. It's like, we're here to rescue Arsenal. We're trying to keep it on the down low generally, but since you're part of the team, if you've got a moment, maybe you could come and assist us when we try to, well, I guess do the exchange. I don't know what's going to go down yet.
All right. Well,
They haven't contacted us at all.
I suppose I could see what I could do. Well, you guys are apparently flying quite fast. Is there a place I should meet you, perhaps?
We're heading somewhere right now, and I think I would love to have someone with, I would presume your expertise. You know how to handle computers, right?
That was always more of a Dex's job, I'm afraid.
Well, if you happen to know any more than me, it might come in handy.
Well, that won't be hard. You can yeah, and you hear her smile behind the transponder.
Yes, I can hear those very clearly.
Yeah. Okay,
well, here's our current trajectory. If you want to meet us at the location, we can catch up a bit.
All right. And so I would assume you guys would probably want to regroup on the little retaining wall before you headed into the Grey City. Is that a reasonable assumption?
That sounds good, actually.
Okay. So as the sun is rising up over the city, you guys head on down to this low retaining wall. And when I say low, it's only about 100 feet high.
That does remind me, because I remember this was something that was brought up at the end of the last session. For the guys who don't sleep, and the one guy who was expecting this and had slept earlier, there was possibility of the fact that you guys have been up and going for a while, and whether or not you wanted to stop and rest before taking this next step.
True. Yeah, people who need to sleep are feeling quite tired.
Justice knows no sleep is going to be Firebrand's position right now.
I mean...
Not when there's a friend on the line. I refuse to sleep until Arsenal is safe.
Damn, boy. What about the rest of you guys? How would you respond to this?
I mean, I don't speak Mandarin, so I don't know what to think, honestly, because I know if he goes to sleep, we're gonna get him just killing time in the worst way. And
it's like enough killing time. It's killing time.
You get it. Let's see.
Something like that.
So I want to check one thing real fast. Let's see here.
So I think really the only people it's going to actually affect is Axiom and Firebrand right now. So they're the ones who. Because I know Scrap doesn't sleep, and I think Liberty said she doesn't sleep.
I also do not sleep.
Yeah.
Make me feel left out. Maybe I should never sleep.
Well, technically, I do sleep, but I have a distributed consciousness, so only 2/3 of me is online at any one moment.
Fancy.
Very fancy. So anybody who's going into this with your current amount of sleep, you're going to be impaired.
Impaired. Okay, gonna write that down.
If I really wanted to, I could use that 1 point that we got from last session to improve my immunity 1 for need for sleep to affect others.
To affect others? What?
That would be hilarious.
You just poke people. It's like, I don't need to sleep now.
I don't know how you begin to explain that, but I will be very curious.
I mean, I could definitely drum something up for it, but I don't know if I want to just have it go pop up, just have it pop up in the middle of nowhere. Just, oh yeah, I forgot I could do this. Come here for a second. Slap, and then you're awake.
You start emitting caffeine-based pheromones.
Ugh.
I don't like that.
Just go into like a sleep study and it's like, I don't know why he's not falling asleep.
Do not
But no,
want.
I won't do that, but it is an interesting concept.
Be funny.
Because need for sleep is only 1 point, and and for affect others only is +1 per rank.
Yeah.
Oh god, that is. I'm not gonna. Oh, do I do it? No.
Well, just because we can buy it doesn't mean you should buy it.
Yeah.
I know, but it kind of
That's
goes to
been
the
my
fact
motto
that
on a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the problems of the point-based superhero game. It's like, yeah, everything's really cheap, but
Then you end up nickel and diming your whole character, and you have a lot of little things that never get used, and nothing that you're good at.
well, it's Mutants and Masterminds. Everyone has a power level 10 attack, and then all of our points are spent on everything else.
Mhm.
Don't eat, don't sleep, communicate, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
no. Okay, so we got to find. I don't know.
All right, guys, I will
hotels on
be
the
out of the
floor.
game for the next 5 minutes.
Huh?
Okay,
What?
fair enough.
I'll be out of the game for the next 5 minutes. I have to turn on my bike, and I won't be able to hear you guys.
Oh,
All right.
All right, so
So,
we
yeah,
have
let's
at least
find a-
reconvened, if nothing else, and
let's find a
2
motel or
of us are
something for you to
sleepy.
crash at.
Huh? What? Sorry. What? Multiple people talking.
Sorry. I
Well-
think we can reconvened, and we're gonna take a nap.
Well, I mean, Axiom over there is already falling asleep. But I'm good to go. I got this, guys. I know what I'm doing. I got my third monster energy. Yes, I've learned specifically how to make those. And I'm mixing it into more coffee that I've managed to make.
Turns
This'll
out
go
the best
okay,
kind of
I
coffee
guarantee
is
it.
actually meth. I'm wide awake. Let's do it. I want to deep clean my apartment. All right, let's just find it like a motel, and you buy a room with like, I don't know, a gold coin or something.
There is a hotel nearby called like Beds in the Floors, but in the walls.
It's a fucking chain. Okay, how do you say that in Mandarin?
No. It's not like
that even
beds in
translated?
the walls, but in the floor. That's in Mega City 4. This is like beds in the floor, but in the walls.
Ugh. So you sleep in the walls?
It's their competitor.
Yes.
It's their
So,
You put drawers in the walls.
so Scrap, since you don't need to sleep, why don't you, Liberty, Vodern, and Zoo just take this, I say like handing over the recording to Scrap, and just do what you gotta do. I'll take a nap, and I will drag Axiom into a bed too.
Oh.
Well,
And maybe
that
after a
doesn't
little
sound-
power nap, if something's happening, I'll be ready to go. If anything happens, try to wake me up. Like, give me a call. I'll put my buzzer
wait.
on real loud.
Before you go to bed, Scrap just like he's just sitting there holding the recording in one of his hands. He goes, So wait, does Liberty speak Mandarin or Cantonese or whatever?
Yes.
Oh God, what are you doing here?
Speak quite a lot of languages. And Vodern has been here for a while. I assume she can also speak.
I
Right,
just wanted to
Vodern?
make sure because I don't trust.
She can speak on like a conversational level.
She knows
Alright,
where the library
perfect.
is.
And of course, Zoo here is native and can also speak English.
I'm almost pretty sure he does not like us, so I wouldn't trust him to,
Right, but not liking you doesn't mean he can't speak.
that sounds like it would make
I'm
sense. But I've got a
technically
lot of
correct,
stuff
and
that
that
hate.
is enough for me to take a nap with.
All right, go to bed, I guess.
So I will go to like beds in the wall, but in the floor, and take a nap.
No.
While
No,
these
no,
guys
no.
go and just
You're
handle
not
what I
going-
assume is a safe mission to just go get information.
Meanwhile, I'm listening in them all talk about how they don't trust me.
I was whispering.
Oh, I've rolled a 14 on perception. I figure I can pick up at least a few words of that.
Yeah, it's like, well, like you could definitely pick up your own name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you guys kind of land nearby where these little hotels would be, and you manage to set yourself up, kind of going for a little power nap. Vodern's helicopter lands somewhat nearby. She kind of piles out with a couple of other task people. Just kind of throws her arms out wide. It's like, can't you smell that smog?
Scrap kind of, he grabs his nose a second and he goes, no. Hey, you? So, Firebrand gave me this. And he looks down at the thing with the recording bit. And he
I
goes,
assume it looks like a Walkman.
So which hand are you holding it in?
right hand.
Upper or lower?
The upper ones don't really have, like, they have some grasping qualities, but not quite the same that the front ones do.
Okay.
They're just bludgeoning tools.
Well, no, they're sharp.
That's worse.
They're slashing tools.
They only got 4 appendages on them. They don't have a thumb, but the index finger is slid to, everything's kind of spread outwards. It's concerning. That's why he has them just kind of tucked behind. But it's stuck in his, but it's in his main right hand. There you go.
All right.
All right, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, Firebrand gave us this, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what it is. He didn't tell me what it was, and I think he told someone else, but I might have been not paying attention. Does anyone else?
We could just backpedal 30 minutes into the past and go, wait a second, why were we here at this huge club getting the information to get into this place? And then Firebrand left with it, with fanfare.
It is the code to the archive, child.
That thing. Code for the archive, obviously.
Code for the archive? Well, let me listen to it.
By all means. And he kind of, hefts it up.
Gonna hand it over, and she's gonna kind of play it back while listening to it. It's just this. It's just the monotone voice reading off a string of numbers, and she kind of half listens to it for a second, stops it, and then restarts it with a pencil and paper. Manages to write things down. It's 3 lines. It's a very long code. It's like, all right, nice. What is this for exactly?
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can't remember this. We need to find Arsenal, who's trapped somewhere here. So we met up with this guy, and he's gonna point to Zoo, and he's gonna put this guy and his boss and friends. And they told us that we have to get into the archive for finding out where he is. I'm sorry, I was bored to tears during that meeting. That's on me. Hey, can you help me out? And he looks over at Zoo and kind of somewhat shrugs. I'm sorry.
In the archive are located more specific information of what sort of buildings and organizations that are located in the Gray City. Once we have that information, we can pinpoint where this Mordhau base is.
All right, so that seems straightforward enough. Do you know where the archive office is?
I point.
All right. Oh, well, looks fairly intact. Shouldn't be too difficult. Keep in mind, should not be too difficult. All right, so I assume your friend's Firebrand, she kind of looks around, is currently
Sleeping.
resting, yes. But I suppose we would like to wait for him before we head in, or would you rather go now?
Well, let's see. How long? It's only probably been 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes since you went to bed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we take a while to sleep. Strange as it is, a few hours. So, I mean, he can get there in nothing. He can be there super fast, but who knows how long it'll be before we actually hit the trouble that we might need him for. So maybe we should reconvene see what we got for 2 hours or an hour and a half and then go, just so he has a bit of a head start on sleeping?
All right, sounds good. I'll get this into a bit more sturdy medium than this. Kind of flicks the paper.
Oh,
what about you two? What are you going to be up to?
Well, let's see here. I don't want to explore because I don't speak the language. I don't know where I am. I don't actually want to go out in public because I don't know what the fuck's going on. And I think it's pretty safe here, at least, or with a group of people that I know. So I'll just I'll follow you guys around if you don't mind me just palling around.
All
Gives
right.
a kind of a uncomfortable smile. Yeah.
If we are going to wait, then I will take this opportunity to inform my superiors of the progress on our mission.
And
I will meet
With
you
that-
back here in an hour's time, shall we say?
sounds good to me.
All right, and I take off.
Like it kind of watches him leap away, and Voden just kind of looks back at you two, and it's like, well, I just had a long trip. How are you guys feeling about breakfast?
Scrap kind of straightened his collar a second, and he goes, I don't eat, but I'll hang out and give you the rundown of what I've seen so far. I'm pretty sure you probably know more about this area than I do. I'll tell you a bit more about our counterparts. Have you met them yet?
Oh yes, Megacity 1 South. An interesting bunch, to be sure.
They sure make us look normal.
I suppose so.
Looks over at Liberty. As you plan on doing anything? We got some time.
I'm following you.
I guess we're gonna go have some breakfast then.
Sounds good to me.
I don't think I've actually met you yet. I'm just gonna point at Liberty because I don't think she actually has met you yet. I think she was gone when you arrived.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So she's going to kind of extend a hand towards you. It's like, my name is Angela Vodern. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Thank you. I'm Muti Kamani-chan. I work with Fast.
All right. Well, you don't seem to be. You just gonna kind of snap her fingers together a couple times. Administration, perhaps? Support crew?
Support, yes.
Could always use a few more of those. We have enough field agents, I think. Anyway, let's reconvene at an hour end. He'll look down at our watch. 5 minutes now. All right. And you guys are going to head off, I assume?
Yes. Staying close with Vodern and are the task people that she was with, were they just guarding the helicopter or are they with her?
They're kind of going off on their own thing now.
Oh, I guess it's
Like
just
the helicopter landed and then it took off again.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, in about maybe an hour and like 15, 20 minutes, you guys can reconvene back at your location. Do you speak of anything specific while you're out and about?
I just let her know the general gist of what I've gotten everything so far. I let her know or I fill her in if she needs anything to know about the arsenal situation.
Okay.
If she's not already like, oh yeah, I already know everything.
Yeah, no, she's been a bit out of the loop recently.
Oh yeah, and I give her a rundown.
Yeah, down the southern satellite cities hasn't really been too caught up on Megacity 4 news.
Well, we're definitely getting into a piece of, a situation in which case a lot of things are going to happen very fast.
Probably.
And a lot of it's going to be downhill on a bike with no brakes.
Yes. Don't forget about the cinder blocks in the front basket. Anyway. So you guys reconvene at the retaining wall. And let me think here. Okay. So Arsenal's had, sorry, not Arsenal. Firebrand has had, like an hour and a half.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah,
Sleep?
power
Yeah,
nap.
Give him
okay.
some sort of nap.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys reconvene at the wall, and there isn't actually a gate through this area because, it's kind of flooded and you're not really supposed to go in there. So most people that
course.
have gotten inside have climbed over the wall, gone with the helicopter, something like that. But you guys can take an elevator to the top legitimately since you
Oh.
are task associated.
Okay, I thought I was gonna have a problem there, like just climbing up the wall.
Teleport up 120 feet, mash your hand into the side, teleport up 120 feet more.
I thought I could only delve at 60.
That
Yeah,
is true.
I only got 60 feet, and I can only do 120 if I do have the extended bonus on it, which I do not, because that is very expensive.
Extended is like +8, man. It's a lot longer than that.
Well,
It's-
still.
Yeah.
Either way, it's expensive.
Yeah.
Considering I just use it to get between goons fast enough.
Oh yeah. Alright, so we're all at the top. You guys haven't gone in, and so now we're all going in together.
All right. So is everybody up at the top now? Had a little
I
power
think
nap.
that is the assumption.
Okay. So
Hugo is not here to say otherwise, so he is at the top.
Yeah, so you guys look up out over the Gray City, and you can see mounted on this retaining wall, there are actually numerous heavy weapon emplacements pointing inwards. They're not really manned, but it seems kind of odd. All right. And of course, across in the main wall, you can see the section that was extremely badly damaged that allowed the water through. Now, there is an elevator going down into the Gray City onto the little platform there, or you guys could just decide to fly if you can carry enough people.
I think our current strategy lets us carry the entire party. Zoo doesn't need help. Vodern, I don't think, doesn't need any help. I carry Scrap, and Liberty can lower their weight enough that they can also be carried at the same time.
Okay. Vodern actually cannot fly.
Oh, how do you get around Vodern? Oh, well, I guess you have the helicopter.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I suppose you could fly that into the zone, right? There's
No,
gotta be someplace to land.
Helicopter's left.
Yeah, I would have to call it back. It would be another.
Oh, well, that'd be awkward.
Yeah.
I did build a glider once.
Here's a hand glider. Go dive into the city with it.
It is a bit far to use to jump from the retaining wall to get to where you think you need to go.
Zoo, I don't suppose you could carry Vodern around.
I kind of look at her sideways a little bit. I can handle that.
There you go.
Vodern, are you comfortable with that?
Wait, give me a second here. Because this guy, I don't know, this guy seems extremely shifty. He might not be, but it's like, all right.
I'm not shifty. I'm just an asshole. But
It's like, huh, all right then.
Okay,
If
so
anything
now we got the
goes
whole
wrong,
party
just
in
give us a call.
motion.
Okay.
It's up to Zoo to lead us towards the archive.
Okay. So, Zoo, you know that the archive is near near-ish the center of the Gray City, but it's slightly to the south,
okay.
and it's one of the less traveled areas because a lot of the buildings around there have collapsed downwards, and it's made this kind of tangle that you have to, like, as opposed to most of the other stuff. The tangle of like rebar and everything around that area makes it difficult to fly in. It's still possible, but
Yeah.
it's easier to walk.
Jesus, I can carry 1,600 pounds without trying.
Oh my god.
Wait a second here. Hold on. How strong are you?
Swole boy.
Carry Vodern and a steamroller with you.
I have straight 5s in all my physical stats except for fighting,
Nice.
which is a 10. So
Got him.
Easy build.
Easy clap.
Okay, good. I was like, 1,600 pounds. How much should I carry? Oh, 25 tons. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
Okay.
just wanted to make sure I was still the strongest. That's all I have going for me.
Yes, you were definitely the strongest. It's just I was expecting a strength 5 to be like 700, 800 pounds maybe because it says best in the nation. Okay, what 1,200 pounds? Holy fuck!
Yes. Wait. Actually, let me see here.
Or 1,600 pounds. Yeah, rank 5 and an attribute is like best in nation.
Yeah. Let me actually see. Wait. Sorry, 1,600 pounds.
1,600 pounds.
1,600 pounds. Damn.
And that's what you get when you double the number all the time.
Yep.
And like the max deadlift was 1,102 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Holy-
once you start going above 4, you are already past the best human ever.
Yeah.
And when you have that in every single stat, you are, at the very least, Charles Atlas and Oppenheimer combined.
Are you saying that if you go up that high, you become a superhero?
But wait, there's more. Yes.
All right. Yes.
So yeah, basically I carry her without an issue.
And though you can carry without an issue, she does seem oddly heavier than you'd expect, even with the armor on.
Kind of
So-
look down at her. Cybernetics.
Not exactly.
Hmm.
Actually, no, not at all. Never mind. I gotta remember my own power profile. Give me a second.
It's been so long since I've been in a real fight.
Wow.
Like, was I a cyborg? Was I a mutant? Did I just have a bunch of guns?
She does have a gun, but doesn't seem to be prime time usage. Okay. So as you guys move down into the Gray City, you pass by the kind of looted, burned out shells of the buildings, and you can see that most of the ground is covered with some shallow water. In some places where it's a bit clear, you can see the bottom, but in others, it's just murky. Maybe oils are leaking out of a burst pipe. Maybe some debris has been mixed up by a passing motorboat moving through there. And of course, all around during the daytime, you can see there are people moving around on rafts and boats trying to like fishing things out of the water. And they kind of like watch you pass overhead. Okay. And then something bad happens.
Turns out
Uh-oh.
those installations are full of anti-aircraft rockets. Good luck, everybody.
Whoosh. No, okay. So let me play this. So you guys hear, echoing across, the sound of some sort of siren begin to blare out across the retaining walls. You.
Uh.
Huh?
I can understand that language at least.
Yeah. So Zoo would know that these are usually made for any sort of attempted breach on the wall. So yeah, that's bad. And as you guys are moving up, you can see on the main wall surrounding it, at the area where it has been heavily damaged, it's starting to shift and move a little bit.
You know, Scrap's just like,
Now, let's figure out our position real quick. Are we like over anything like solid that we can all just like land on and like look out on this from?
You're kind of near a roof. Yeah, well, there are rooftops all around. So yes.
All right, I'll pick out one that looks like solid, and we can at least start from there and watch this happen. Figure out our move.
Okay. So you
And
guys.
let me get it was for the local tasks. Those sirens basically take priority over anything else.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were to look back at the retaining wall, you could see like the little specks of people running across it towards the emplacements.
So I guess since they're all landing, I drop down next to him. That has priority over anything else I'm helping with you. I have to go. You can come if you wish, or you can continue without me. The archive is that way. And then that's basically all I say. And
All right.
well, I wait. I look like I'm getting ready to take off. Then I stop and give them like maybe 30 seconds to make up or 15 seconds to make up their mind in case I have to carry what's her name.
No, Vodern's is gonna kind of extricate herself from you.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be like, I think I might be more help closer to that wall. I'm just gonna point at the wall that's starting to now, kind of bits of it are falling off into the gray city now.
I'll take you over there, and then I'll come help you, Zoo. This is where I'm probably needed most right now.
Well, I'm heading. No, we're all. If we're going to do that, we're all basically all heading for the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so guess that's our task then.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm stuck on a roof. I can't possibly go anywhere with being carried, so I'm with you guys.
Yeah.
And
But the character's point was the fact is, your mission just became, you guys' mission just became secondary. He's going over there. You don't have to, if you don't want to.
Mhm.
But
I'm
he's
saying
getting-
if Firebrand's going over there, that means
Yeah.
I'm going over there.
And everybody make some perception checks.
I suppose too, Liberty could either come help us with whatever this disaster is, or go ahead to the archives and just get everything while we're busy.
Mother trucker, I rolled a 2.
Okay. And is Axiom here now? Yeah, Axiom just got in. Okay. You make a perception as well.
in
No,
theory,
he's
he's here.
Is he actually here? Here? He says I'm back.
You see, he say he back and he in the game.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's
There
going
you
on?
go.
Make a perception check. There's some shit going
1
down.
second.
Ugh. Okay. Anyway.
Perception check? Wait, what is that?
Yes.
Perception, my dude.
Perception.
Perception.
Okay. So Axiom,
Wow.
Zhu, and Firebrand all see that although the little part of the wall is crumbling up at the front there, you can see at the base where the rubble is, you're starting to see the water start to be kind of worked up around there. It's almost like there's things you can't see moving through it at the bottom.
Right, so something's about to come up from underneath there.
Well, something might already be. You don't know how deep the water is right there. Like there's like a little bit of foam down at the rubble down there.
I'll look over at Zoo and go, do they often attack from below and not surface?
Depends on where they can find the weak spot to go through.
Yeah.
So I guess we all head over to the wall now.
All right. Yeah. I suppose you're all
Yeah,
heading
we'll fly over. We'll fly over to the wall.
Okay. And you guys, as you approach, you see this large algae-covered bluish claw kind of grasp at the top part of the broken wall and kind of rip outwards, and this chunk tumbles out onto the other side, and shit is getting close to being a problem.
Now, going forward, do I feel anything from this?
No. Actually,
Okay.
like a tiny bit, not very much.
But not like from the flesh creatures.
No, not
Okay.
that intense.
It's eaten some of the flesh creatures.
Probably.
Okay.
So how big is this claw, just to give us a sense of scale?
So the claw that comes up over the top, it's like a kind of clawed pseudo hand type thing. It's maybe about 30 feet long.
For some like, I was thinking like across the palm. How wide is it?
Oh, maybe like probably equally about 30 feet wide.
So in other words, we're talking something freaking huge here.
Yes.
All right.
Yep, about skyscraper size. That'll be fun.
Wowie!
So since its claw is exposed, I might actually fly closer towards it and then try to wrap my whips around the hand.
Please make it a success. I want to see you get yanked into the water.
Let's do it.
Well,
Wait, drop me off first.
yeah, you're probably only about halfway there at this point, but at this point, Vodarin's actually going to kind of wiggle around to face Zoo and is going to say, drop me and get out of the way.
This far out?
I suppose you could take me closer, but I don't want to accidentally do anything to the wall.
Your abilities, your call. And or when she said, as she said, just drop you down out of the way, so I drop her over open water.
All right. So she
Well,
falls.
actually, it'd be mid leap, and I drop her.
Yeah.
And then continue on, and then to the next leap, and then do an angled
I
leap
just
out of the
imagine
way.
you'd like hurl her like a javelin.
She said
Okay.
drop, not throw. So
Throw me!
Like
Um,
a World War II bomber.
Like he's just jumping. She hits the water and fucking skips.
Damn, Buster.
they had a bomb that did that actually.
Yeah, the Dam Busters.
Mhm.
Yeah, little barrel-shaped rolling bombs.
Yeah. So she drops. I assume you're closer to the back because most people can fly faster than you can jump.
No, actually, my speed, I can jump at 250 miles per hour.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Wait, isn't that still the slowest though?
Still slower than me, but I'm
Probably.
the fastest technically anyway.
That's
we
true,
have
actually.
various
So, yeah.
extremes, and he's sitting comfortably in the middle.
I
Jesus.
slow down for other people. I'm nice.
Okay, so you're all moving at approximately the same speed. Vodan gets yeeted. She falls, maybe like 100 feet into the water. And you guys continue on. Nothing much is happening for too long until you feel like there's starting to become a kind of intense gust of wind blowing into you guys, and you can make a perception check. I love me some perception checks, oh boy.
Or
I
noticing
see a
things.
thing. Well, actually, I don't know if I see a thing.
Whoops.
Not a 2. Just for fuck's sake, not a 2. Oh, thank you. I got a 3.
All right, so
Fuck you.
everybody who got above a 15 can notice also the water is starting to flow backwards. Like it's kind of flowing from where you came from now.
Tidal
So,
pressure.
Uh-oh.
Yay.
Tsunami.
And
Scrap, what kind of
no,
tug?
it's not going out towards the ocean. It's going out towards where you came from. It's going towards inland.
Scrap will tug on his, I don't know, his plane, whatever he's on. I'd be like, the water, it's all good. Oh my god! Like, he doesn't, I don't like water, man.
And also, Axiom, with that 30, you can also hear something behind you, like twisting and wrenching metal sounds.
I look back. What is it?
Okay, there is an absolute maelstrom of debris just getting sucked inwards towards some central point in the water behind you guys.
I'm gonna assume that's what's his name.
Yeah.
I point that out to everyone who's oblivious.
There's some weird shit happening over there.
Hey guys, you guys don't notice this giant water spout of death behind us?
I'm sure it's just Voder and it's fine.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. And so you guys are gonna go back towards your into your direction.
Yep, keep heading into danger.
Okay. So you guys maybe make it another. You're almost there at this point. And then you start to hear these huge thuds coming from behind you, as well as in front. After which the wall has finally been ripped down, and you see what has been causing all of this mayhem. Well, not mayhem yet, but all this intended mayhem. This fucker.
It's
Oh,
a
Jesus.
kaiju!
It's a big
Keep
crab
big.
boy. And it just kind of tears down the last part of the wall, and it just starts kind of clambering through slowly and heavily. Mm-hmm.
It's right
All
out of the
right.
ring for Pacific Rim. You guys ever seen that flick?
Yeah, I remember seeing that back in theaters. Oh, it was great.
Mm-hmm. And as this thing is kind of crashing and smashing through the wall ahead of you, you also hear what sound like extremely loud footsteps coming from behind you.
All right, Firebrand will split his flight path off just enough to open up a straight path between whatever's behind him and this thing. So he's like veering off like a couple degrees to the left here or something.
Oh, okay, so just
I take a cue from Firebrand and I go in the opposite direction.
get out of the way.
We could also just go up.
Shh.
We have 3
Don't
dimensions.
tell anyone.
So, let me get down to this.
I feel like up is a very
Firebrand is like
underestimated
Pot,
direction
and it's
to
like
flee.
he thinks in 2 dimensions.
Oh my
You
god, I
need-
just saw that clip.
Okay, so as you guys kind of get out of the way, and you see the full form of this like 500-foot monster kind of smashing its way through the wall, you get out of the way, and a 500-foot Vodern smashes into it shoulder first.
What the fuck? I thought she had a suit.
She does.
Oh, she has both?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, you guys were just assuming the suit's what gave her the power.
I thought she was just had like some power armor.
You fool.
Well,
Is this just like
I saw her probably
Don't
for
mess
5
around.
in
minutes.
size
Bro.
merely, or she has covered herself in debris in the shape of a Vodern?
No, it appears as if it's just a giant Vodern. You have no idea what happened to all that debris.
Awesome.
Okay, and just going to absolutely smash into this thing and send it kind of staggering back out of the wall. But as you can see down at the breach, there are many things streaming out towards the records office, which is actually quite nearby. You can see them thrashing through the water, but you can't exactly identify them. The foam is too thick.
Huh.
Scrap's gonna tear at Firebrand and just be like, get me close and drop me.
Which one you going after?
Well, he kind of like just gestures at the big one. He goes, really? And then looks back and like, we just need to go to that records thing. Yeah, that's where we need to go.
Yeah, of course.
Then drop me in front of the door.
Alright, so I'm going to make sure that Liberty is with Scrap, and I'm going to drop the 2 of them together.
Okay. So the records office is obscured from above by the tangle of rebar, but there is a place quite nearby that you can drop down safely. And we're gonna
Scrap
move.
specifically doesn't have to care, so yeah, I just drop him.
I'd rather not have to clamber through rebar, but
The closest place is literally adjacent to the records office, but it's just not at the front.
okay.
Okay,
Half
so
block away.
yeah, let's move over for a second here. Okay. We're in the dock zone again. Lovely. Okay. Let's move everybody down here. And I will gather everybody's tokens up onto here, and I'll light them up for you.
Light 'em
Hooray.
up!
Light them up, boys! Ha! Okay.
Ah, yes, the void.
The void. Ah, good stuff.
This is a big void.
It is a big void. Okay.
We have the big thing to fight.
I think it's
I don't
staring
think
back
I-
at me.
I think even with my 10 strength, I don't think I could break that thing.
I could help with that.
You could probably make it do a flip.
Make it do a flip.
I trip it.
That'd be
Grab
pretty
its-
insane, actually. Like,
Grab
like
its toe and yank.
I just
everybody-
imagine like being out on a normal walk, on a sidewalk, and then an ant stops you and then flips you over.
That'd be a power move. That'd be incredible.
And then teleports onto your nose and just starts swearing at you.
The thing is that it's like for the ant, it would be like he teleports up to your mid calf.
Fear. Okay, so
about
can
the
you
leverage?
guys all see properly?
I still see the
Nope.
void. staring back at me. I'm getting
The
scared.
void is. What is it? The void has overtaken me. It is a good pain.
The warp overtakes me.
I'm not blinking. I'm not
I need,
blinking.
Okay.
I need a new driver. This
Darkness
one is dead.
imprisoning me. All that I see, absolute.
Okay.
Hey, there we go.
There we go.
Now I see the light.
Maybe I should get dark vision.
Is this the breach right here?
Oh no. No, the records office is up here. This is the back side of it. You're in some sort of square right now with a bit of a statue in here. The ground is covered in maybe like knee-high water, with little bits of debris floating through it.
Does that make it difficult to travel through?
You move a little bit slower, but not by too much.
But this is the breach.
No, this is just a bit of debris that has fallen in between the building alleyways. The breach is much wider.
And probably much farther away.
Yeah, not in this particular area.
Yeah, and like through all this, as you're like kind of setting down and trying to get into this office, you can all hear just like extremely loud, distant swearing and smashing sounds.
But it's all German swearing.
Yes,
Can I have to look up German swears? All right, let's see.
German swears.
McDougan, Sugan, Fuckdugan.
Lots of Googans. That's all it is.
All right, and you don't need turn order yet, but you need to go upwards towards the entrance of the records office.
Okay.
Oh, these are all just like funnest websites, like 15 things you can say when you're angry, but it's all just like like nonsense.
All right, and
blah blah blah.
And hold up a second, Firebrand. Make a perception check for a moment, please.
Okie doke.
Should do some-
Ooh, looking for the button again.
Okay.
Hey.
Ooh, that is very close to what you needed.
Yeah.
These
Also the
things
best
are-
I could probably roll at this present moment too.
Yeah.
Wait, what be this?
That's
What's this?
that's a dude on a little raft. He's trying to paddle away.
Oh, look at him go.
Look at him go. Okay.
We should probably get him out of here.
This connection. Give me a second there. So let me.
Now,
grab
with
some
these
shit.
sorts of attacks, you said there's other things that come along with the big creature?
Yes.
Okay.
The big creature is the kind of main thing, but it comes with a host of smaller fauna.
All right.
Okay. So, and let me just bring down the thing that was hiding here. Where is it? There we go. So, Firebrand, as you kind of pass, I assume you're kind of hovering over the water as you move around?
Yeah. Generally. Like maybe like 5-10 feet up.
Okay.
Not like skimming it or anything.
And so as you move past the statue, something surges out of the water behind you.
Uh-oh.
Give me a sec. It is a large quadrupedal creature as it leaps out of the water towards you. Give me a sec. If this hits, it won't be good for you, but if it doesn't hit, it's quite nice. And so
Fortunately, we have been in a danger zone for about several minutes, so at least everything's active.
yes. But since this is a surprise attack, you are vulnerable.
Okay.
So let me do this.
Doesn't matter if it's dodge or parry, that's still gonna be like 14 or 15, so that's a
25,
definite hit.
yes. So make a DC 29 toughness.
Oh boy.
Made it.
So that's gonna be 1 injury.
Okay, you guys would see this thing leap up out of the water behind Firebrand and drag him down into it. Like, it's not enough that he would be completely submerged if he was standing up, but it's like pushed him over now. And you have been restrained.
Ooh.
So it is upon him and he is under the water.
Does
So
Firebrand
now
need to
we are
breathe?
going to start the turn order.
Yay. Let's see.
Firebrand, do you need to breathe, just in general?
Yes, I would like to breathe.
Oh, the one person that we get who doesn't have just like negative lungs.
Oh, Jesus. I rolled a 1
Yes.
on my initiative.
Oh
You still have
dear.
14 on a 1.
Yes.
Jesus.
If I rolled a 1, I'd be at a 5.
You still
Piece of
beat.
shit.
I mean,
All
it's
right.
not like I bought 3 levels of improved initiative or anything.
Like, how many? Does it say how many levels you can buy of that, or can you just buy as many as you want?
You can just take him.
You can just have like 30 levels of improved initiative for no reason.
How do you
Yeah,
think
that's
the
what like all the
speedsters?
speedsters so far have done.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
Remember, Primus was rolling like 42s.
Yeah. Okay, Scrap. It is your turn first. This thing is
Motherfucker,
just
this thing
savaging him under the
Dies
water.
now. Do-do-do-do. Yep, perfect. Womp. And let's see if I can't womp the man.
Whomp the man.
I'm gonna womp it. Ah. Yo!
Oh!
Oh!
Good
Oh
start.
my! DC 30 got him. Coming out swinging.
Wait, he has a DC of 30?
Well,
wait, no.
no, like.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, I thought
Yeah.
like, he had a 30 to hit. And I'm like, are you kidding
Oh
me?
no! Oh no!
Nice crit though.
Okay. So it has become dazed as it just kind of reels from your attack. It still has 1 foot keeping Firebrand under the water, but it is no longer chomping him.
That's great. I'm gonna try and grab him.
Okay.
So it's was it athletics or strength or dodge or athletics?
It's I believe dodge or athletics versus your strength DC.
Yes.
Okay.
So it'd be 20. Okay, he did it.
All right, it got it. And as it
Oh.
manages to, this thing is like wet and slimy from being under the water, so it is hard to get a purchase on it.
Well, that's fine. I will not.
And
really
Scrap,
oh,
make it.
Oh my god.
Scrap, make a perception check. Okay, something is coming up on your left, but you can see the water start to slowly move as it's coming up, so you are not vulnerable for this.
Yay. I'm pretty sure he's. Oh, it's tiny. Look at him.
A little goblin.
A little gremlin just appearing.
It kind of leaps out of the water towards you on its powerful hind legs, and it is going to try and take a chomp on you.
He might actually hit me. He totally does, because he only had to hit 16.
And
Wait, he's
it
fast
is-
grab too.
Yes, he does.
Oh god.
Oh shit!
Is that 3 degrees? No, that's just 2.
No. That's 2 degrees. So he dazes you, and make a DC 16 on either your athletics or dodge.
I'm gonna say right off the bat, my athletics is 16.
Oh wow! So you actually just managed to tear this thing's jaws off of you as it's kind of gnashing at you.
Okay, let's see, dazed. There we
And
go.
for you other two, Zudeshi, make a perception as well. Okay, so you do not see this one coming. As it leaps out of the water towards you, you are vulnerable for this attack. And we're going to do that. Oh, God! Yeah, so I think that hits you. So make a DC 22 toughness.
I make it.
All right. And now make a DC 16 either athletics or dodge.
Nope.
Oof. So, you are now restrained. You're not bound as this thing latches onto you with its teeth and just starts like wriggling. Like, imagine those when like police dogs latch onto somebody and start swinging around.
Yep.
That's what's going on right now.
Daze goes away at the end of my next turn, right?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
And Axiom, make a perception as well. The sneaky boys.
They're swimming, it's not fair.
Okay, yes. So you see you hear this slosh of something coming up behind you. As it reaches out of the water, you can turn just in time to face it as it's going to attempt to take a bite. Munch. Does 19 hit you?